Hello everyone!
Hey there!
Thank you all so much for joining us today for Flower Friday.
Yay, it's Friday!
I'm Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we're the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
Yes, we do, and we've got a fun snowy wreath for you today that we're going to be making. As you see, we've already got our little snowman on here, and it is just so cute.
Yeah, so today we're going to be making a winter snowman wreath.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this, and I'm sure that you're excited too. So let us know in the comments if you're watching us live. You can type live in the comments. Hey Mary, welcome.
Hey
Thank you for joining us. If you're watching the replay, just type replay in the comments.
That's right. And let us know what's the weather like where you are. It is cooler here in Alabama today. Not cold by any means, but cooler. So it's starting to actually feel like fall.
Yeah, it is. But we're not doing a fall wreath today.
No.
We're doing a winter wreath.
That's right.
I'm going to go ahead and start showing you what we're working with. So we have a 24-inch elevated pine wreath that we've already attached a plush hand-sewn snowman onto.
Cute
and
as
this
he can be.
Snowman came from
RK Wood. I think it's RK Wood.
And I believe you can find them on Etsy.
You can find them on Etsy, yes.
So you can check them out on Etsy. It's hand-painted. Look how cute that is.
We'll find out for sure and put it in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it was RK Wood and Wooden Things, I think.
Yeah, so cute. So we've already got it attached, and it's just a little, it's kind of stuffed with...
Yeah, it's just plush, just stuff.
Plush. So we just took our fingers, we pinched it right at the sides, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top on the hat, and we just put some wire
just
through.
Wired it right through
26 gauge
frame.
wire. Same wire that we used to make our bows. So we just stuck it through and wired it right to the
and
base.
you want to make sure though to wire anything like this to the actual frame. We do use, of course, the pine pieces. We use those to hold things in, but I wouldn't use them to hold something like this in. I would want this actually wired to the frame because that's going to make it hold a lot better. So
we've got it here on the bottom, and I know it's hard for you to see that,
yes.
but it's just attached at the bottom there, and then at the top.
Yes.
I was thinking it was 4 places, but it's actually just 2.
Yeah,
top
just 2.
and bottom.
Mm-hmm. And
and it's in there very secure.
Yes, it is. It's not going anywhere.
Hey guys, hey Angie, thank you for joining us, and Bonnie, we are so glad to have you guys here with us today. So we're using, you can show them the poinsettias.
Oh yes, here's these gorgeous white poinsettias that we're going to be using from Hobby Lobby. So we've got these. We've got some snowflakes, because what in the world is a snowman without snowflakes? So we've got that. We've even got some snowballs. Look at those. Aren't they cute? They're all just shimmering and so pretty. Look at those. So we're going to use those.
And those are from Hobby Lobby also.
And yes. And then we've just got some ornaments, some white and some black.
Glitter.
Because this wreath is going to be all black and white, as you see, because we have got the bow here. We've got my bow already made, but she's fixing to make hers. So.
And then we have some ribbons. So I'm going to show you what ribbons we're working with today. Hey April, thanks for joining us today. And Carol.
Yeah.
So I've got some 4-inch polka dot. Isn't that cute?
I love that.
And I've already got my tails cut. This is a 15-inch tail. We're going to be making a whimsical bow. So I've got that. I've got some black velvet with white trim. I really like that too.
Love that.
Then we've got some black and white with snowflakes.
So pretty.
Yeah, I think I was showing you the right side.
Yeah.
And then I have, y'all, if you've watched this before, you've seen me use this ribbon a lot. I love this ribbon. It's 2-sided ribbon. It's black velvet on one side, and then it's buffalo check on the other side.
Yeah,
so it's
and
reversible
so
ribbon.
Pretty. Yeah, you could use it either way.
And I have used it both ways.
And you may see that the little patch on our little snowman's hat right there matches the ribbon that we're using, the snowflake ribbon. We did that because it actually had a little red checked patch, but I wanted it to be all black and white. So I took that little patch off and made me one by just cutting one of the snowflakes out of the ribbon, and so that's our little patch. So I thought that turned out cute.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with our bow. Now I am using a Bow bow maker today. Let's get that over here just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got 26 gauge floral wire, and I'm just going to cut off just a big piece, maybe 30 inches. I like mine extra long. Okay, actually I think I'll go down here. Okay. So what I do, I put it down into my bow dabra and then I tuck it underneath, just like that. So I am always, when I make these whimsical bows, I always start with my whitest ribbon. Now, you want to make sure that you're using wired ribbon. So I always use wired ribbon. So I'm going to put this right down here in the bow dabra, just like that. And I'm just going to make sure that it's centered in the bow dabra. Now you can measure this if you wanted to. I don't measure, I kind of just eyeball things because I made so many, but if you feel more comfortable using a measuring mat or measuring it, that's completely fine.
Yes.
Now this tail is cut at 15 inches, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to go ahead, usually I just throw it on the floor.
Yeah.
Now this ribbon has a pretty side and then it has a not so pretty side, so you always want to make sure that you put your pretty pattern side down into the bow dabra. And then you leave about an inch or so right here on the left, or my left side. And then I make a loop just like that. Now these are going to be about 6-inch loops, and for me to measure it, I just measure it from my thumb to my pinky. Just like that, and for me that's about 6 inches, but I think about a 6-inch loop is good for this. And so what I do to make sure that they're even, I just pull them up in the middle and just make sure that they're relatively even. This is actually really thick ribbon.
It is very thick.
Thicker than I even realized. Okay,
Very
so
thick.
I'm going to make 4 loops with the 4-inch black and white polka dot ribbon. And they're all the same size, my loops. Okay. So when I get those like I want them, I can just cut that off because I am done with that ribbon. So I've got 4 loops here, 2 on each side. Let me just measure that. That one's a tiny bit bigger. So I'm actually going to trim this up just a little. Okay, and now I'm going to add in my solid black with the white edges. So I'm going to put that tail in there, and that tail is cut at 14 inches.
You want those just a little,
just a tad shorter.
Shorter than the other. Yeah.
About an inch shorter, not too much. Okay, and these loops are just a little bit smaller than the others. Probably not even a whole inch. About half an inch.
Yeah.
And now this is a 2-inch ribbon.
And this is pretty too. I love the white on both sides.
Or maybe
so
a 2.5
pretty.
inch.
Yeah,
but
I
it
think
looks
it's
a little bit thinner.
It does, doesn't it? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm going to do 4 loops of that one as well. Cut off
2.5.
2.5. It just looks a little thinner, I guess.
Yep, it did.
Sometimes I just kind of pull my loops kind of out like that just so that I can visualize what my bow looks like. But we're going to fluff it all out when we get done. Happy Friday, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll tell you in just a minute where we got these ribbons from. So now I'm going to put my snowflake ribbon in. And again, this is pattern on one side and not pattern and not very pretty on the other side. So I'm going to put my tail down like I normally would, but when I put my ribbon in, I'm going to make sure that I put my pattern side face down. Now these are also, this tail was also cut at 14 inches, and these loops are going to be the same as the black with the white edges.
I love this ribbon. That is so pretty.
And I'm also going to do 4 loops of this one. I'm going to cut that off. And this is what it looks like so far in the bow dabra. So it's just pretty much a stacked whimsical bow. And now I'm going to add my 2.5 inch. Well, I want the buffalo check showing. So for my tail, I'm going to make sure that I put the buffalo check face up. Now remember, I said this is reversible ribbon, so you can use it both ways.
Yep.
So that means that I have to put my buffalo check face down to get it to show when I make the loops. Now these loops are going to be about 1 inch shorter than the loops before it. So they're going to be about 4-inch loops.
Did you already say what size tail?
I don't think I did. It's a 13-inch. I can't remember if I said it or not, but it's a 13-inch tail. So the tails I did 14 inches for the 4.5 inch. My 2.5 inch ribbons were cut at, 15 inches for my 4.5 inch. My 2.5 inch ribbons were cut at 14 inches, and then my 1.5 inch is cut at 13 inches.
You just want them a little smaller, shorter, I guess is the...
Actually, I think I'm only going to do 2 loops. Didn't I do 2 loops with that one?
I think so.
I did. So I'm just going to do 2 loops of that one, just to kind of have that buffalo check.
Yeah, just to add it in
Pop
there.
just a little bit. So there it goes, what it looks like in the bow dabra. Hey guys, thank you for joining us. So now I'm going to pull it out, okay? And so to do this, you want to make sure that you keep your thumb right there in the center on your ribbon so that they all don't come flying out. You have a loop on one end, or on one side, and then you have your open ends. So you're going to put those ends through the loop and pull really tight and kind of wiggle it back and forth as you're pulling it out of the bow dabra. So now I just open up those 2 ends, come around the back, I make sure that it's really tight, and then I twist several times. Okay, and this is just going to make sure that all the ribbons, because we did use a lot, this has got a lot of loops and several types of ribbons, so we just want to make sure that it stays in there secure. So this is what it looks like. It's just a stack of ribbon right now. So what we have to do now is we have to fluff it. So to do that, you're going to pull one loop one way and one tail or loop the other way. So you want to go around the whole bow, pulling it out, pulling the loops out so that you get them all evenly spaced
and
exactly
you can tug
where you
hard,
want them.
You know, you can tug pretty hard on them.
Yeah, you can, as long as you
you've got the wire tight.
Yeah, as long as you've got the wire tight when you pull it out of the bow dabra, I mean, you can really tug on it.
And get it just
and
like
it's not
you
going
want
anywhere.
it.
So
And it does take a little while.
Yeah, it takes a little time, but I like to try to make sure that the loops are as evenly spaced. I don't like to have too much of one color on one, all bunched up together. I like to make sure they're even. So I do take my time doing this.
It's a beautiful bow. And we were talking about where the ribbons came from, and all the ribbons came from Craft Outlet except for the buffalo check and the two-sided, and that was D. Stevens.
Yeah, and if you can't find that, I mean, I think I've seen the 1.5 inch. I think I've seen 1.5 inch buffalo check at Hobby Lobby.
Oh
recently.
yeah, I have too.
And Michael's, I think.
Some. Yes. So yes, you can get it there. So you can just about get it anywhere like that.
So now we're going to go ahead and attach it to our wreath. She already has hers attached.
Yep.
I'm losing my ornaments.
Don't lose your ornaments.
So I'm going to scoot this down here and then attach it. Now, to attach it, we're going to do just like we mentioned with the snowman itself. We're going to attach it right to that elevated part on the
wire. The actual frame.
And actually, I'm going to do it on the farthest, I think. I was going to put it on the one that was closer, that was a little bit higher, but I think I'm going to do it on the farthest. Just because it is a big bow.
Because this is an elevated wreath, so it has 2 rings around it.
Yeah.
Which is what we prefer to use.
Yeah, so I just kind of, I think I got it in the right spot, right?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe you did.
Okay, so now, you just want to adjust it, and we'll really do that later.
Yeah, because you're going to mash it and mess it up while you're putting things in, so, you you can try to fluff it now, but you will have to come back at the end and fluff it again.
I just want to make sure it's not covering up his really cute face.
Now, I do want to mention that before you put your snowman on or anything like that, your bow, anything, you want to fluff out your wreath. And you just need to go through. I always start at the back because it's actually 2 layers. You've got your one wire that has 1 layer and your second one that's got another layer here. So I just usually go to from the back first, pull all of those out, straighten them all, and then go to the next one and do the same thing. Just kind of pull them around and make sure, because they will be bent and all, you know, in one spot, and just not like you're going to want them to be. So you want to make sure to do all of that first before you put your snowman on and before you tie your bow on.
And you guys, if you have a Walmart near you, I want you guys
Yes.
to go and check and see if yours have their flocked wreaths out, because these are not from Walmart. These are actually from are they Pioneer? Sims Pottery, which is a wholesale place. But last year we stocked up on the Walmart flocked wreaths, and they're great quality.
They're very similar to this one. Very, very similar. I know that they had the different pines. I don't remember if they had pine cones, but I do know that they've got the different pines. So, and they're not a bad price at all. It seemed like they were under $10. I think
for these.
No, these were, but yes, but
Walmart's
I'm talking about Walmart's.
They're $9, I
something.
believe.
Yes,
but these are actually from Sims Pottery,
Uh-huh.
which, like we said, is a wholesale company. But if you can order them, they're great. But if you can't, Walmart has some really great quality, and when
Yes.
ours don't have them out yet, but when they get them out, I'm going to
we
stock
will
up.
be. Yes, they will
You
go
can
out of
bet.
stock pretty
Yeah.
quickly, probably. Okay, I do want to say, just FYI, our Santa back here that we did after we did that Flower Friday, I don't know what, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
It
went
was a couple weeks ago. I don't know.
He went out of stock online, so now you can only find him in some of the stores. I could not find him anywhere, and I went to 3 different Hobby Lobbies and couldn't find him in any of the ones that are, well, none of them are close to us. They're an hour away, but I could not find them in any of them. And so apparently y'all liked him, and I still think he's adorable. So I love him. But okay, we're gonna start decorating this pretty wreath, and it is just a beautiful wreath. It already has so much on it that you could really just stop right here.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, if you wanted to, and it's beautiful. However, we're going to make it even better. We're going to start with our beautiful poinsettias. And normally I would be greening this, but because it's already got so much in it, we don't have a need to do that. So we're going to start with our poinsettias. And I'm going to put one right up here in the top. So I just used my glue skillet and put glue on the end. And then I'm just using one of the pieces of pine, and I'm just wrapping the piece of pine from the wreath right around that. And going to put it right here in the top. Just like that. But you'll see that what I do after placing one, I still go ahead and arrange all of my elements around it, because you don't want it to dry and have a big clump of your greenery up there or something. So you got to go ahead and arrange it around it. So I got that one there, and this one I'm going to put right in the bottom.
and these are velvet poinsettias. They're really pretty.
And they're from Hobby Lobby. I think everything we're using, other than the ribbons, yes, do that. I think all of everything came from Hobby Lobby. So you shouldn't have any trouble finding. I'm just trying to get that one little petal out of the way so it doesn't cover up his
For those of you asking about the snowman, it is from Etsy.
It is from Etsy.
It's from a shop on Etsy.
We will put it in there, the exact way to find it, but I believe it was RK Wood.
That's the name of the shop.
Yes, RK Wood. But we will put a link or a, let you know where to find it in the comments after we finish. Okay, so we've got those two. So now we're going to put him, this little poinsettia right here. And every time that we put one, we want to move things around and just make sure that we have it just like we want it before it dries.
Now we've got the poinsettias kind of in a triangle.
Yes. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now with my pretty little snowflakes. And they've got all different sizes at Hobby Lobby. I kind of just thought these were just the perfect little size.
Someone in the comments said that the flocked at Sims are $24.99, but
these, that's not the ones. These aren't the ones that I got because I did not pay that. I can tell you.
But they may not have these.
They may not have these anymore. I don't know, but
because this was last week when we got them.
Yes, it was, and they were not very much. I mean, they were nowhere near that. They were. I want to say they were under $10. But I will check to make sure. But what we're going to do with our snowflakes, you're just going to dip in. Now you could wire these on, but honestly, we've never had any trouble with them coming off, and we just dip the ends and just kind of do like that. And now we're just going to start putting them in different places around the wreath. And you just want to move some of your pine in front and behind it so that it will hold just like that. And see, that way you can stand it up really pretty. I was trying to see, does this have a back and a front, but I don't think it does. I think it's the same on both sides.
I think it's the same on both sides.
Yeah, I was looking to see, but
and really, we're just going to kind of sprinkle these around.
Yeah, we're just going to sprinkle them around. I'm putting one on each side of this poinsettia, just like this. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom and do the same thing. That is funny because that one didn't have a hanger. This one's got a little hanger place, but I don't want that to show, so I'm going to put the glue on that part.
Oh yeah, mine has a hanger place too.
Well, that one didn't have one, or if it did, I missed it. This one I'm going to put directly under him, just like that in the middle. I just kind of want it peeking out behind the poinsettia. So just like that. Put this one on this side.
Yeah, I love snowflakes. I love
too.
snowmen
I love
and snowflakes. And the great thing about snowmen, you can use it. You don't.
Yeah,
it's not just for Christmas.
No.
You can use it all winter long. So, you know,
it's
you don't have to change it out. You can use it Christmas.
And it's a very good value that way. Yeah. The snowmen are great until spring. I'm just going to put this one right up under my bow. Just kind of peeking out from under my bow, just like that.
And really, you can use as many of these as you want.
Yes, you really can.
I like a lot of snowflakes.
I do too. I like a lot too, but you don't have to. You could just use a few sprinkled around, but I'm going to put one.
I mean, I could do a whole wreath in snowflakes.
I could too.
Because I love
them.
snowflakes.
In fact, we did one year. Do you remember when it was? It was that frozen one. It had all those different color ones. That was fun. I'll put this one over on this side. And I'll probably stop right there for right now.
And these snowflakes, these are the thicker ones. They're not the real flimsy. So, you know, they're good to kind of take up space.
Yeah,
too.
they are. See how cute that is? Just with the snowflakes, it's cute. But we got to put our ornaments. So we're going to add those. I want to add my black ones first. And I'm just going to dip these straight into the glue, and you'll see I took the little hanger off just because I don't want I don't think it'll come off, but I don't want to take a chance of anything coming away. You know, I want this whole thing glued and make sure it stays in there. So I'm just going to dip it right in there, and I'm just going to start over here. But now you'll see that you've got some holes and things, so you'll just kind of have to rearrange your greenery to make sure that it's got something to stick to, just like that. So you just want to make sure you've got some greenery there for it to hold to. And also, you want to also pull the greenery up around the ball so that it's not just sitting there flat on the greenery and the greenery's mashed out. You want to pull the greenery around the ball so that it looks more natural like that.
Cynthia, the black ornaments are from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, they
we
are.
stock up on these glitter black ornaments because we use them for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So after, you know, Hobby Lobby, the after, like
Christmas
when they do that,
sale,
the after Christmas, like 80-90% off. For some reason, nobody buys black ornaments. It seems like because
they don't.
They have tons.
And we can. I mean, you can use them for all kinds of things. So we've got a box full of these.
Now, when you're using this glue from the glue skillet, I love the glue skillet because when you stick it on there, it's going to stay there. But, you know, we are putting the glue on really thick, so you may have to hold your ornaments on there for, you know, a few seconds.
For just a few seconds to make sure that they're good and stuck. And that's why I say it's just so important to go ahead and pull your greenery around, because you sure don't want it to stick and then you can't move it. You would have to take the whole thing out if you needed to move some of your greenery. So we've got that, just like that. I'm going to put one more, and then I'm going to put some of my snowballs. So I'm going to put this one up at the top. I'm getting low on glue, it looks like.
Yeah, with both of us doing it.
Yeah, it goes through it with this.
Yeah. Techie asks, do you prefer emerald green or lime green more for Christmas?
I like both, to tell you the truth, and I'm actually very happy to see emerald green come back, because for a while all you could find to decorate with was lime green, which I like lime green and red. I love that combination, but I also like the emerald green, so I'm one of those. I like both.
I mostly use lime green, but I really like the emerald green.
I do too.
You know, it is sometimes easier to find the lime green. So last year I used red, white, black, and lime green.
Yeah, and that was beautiful.
But I really like emerald green.
trying to make sure you don't get it in the glue.
And I think it depends on the style that you're going for. If you're going for more of a whimsical, fun look, then you want the lime green. But if you're going more for a traditional, royal type look, you know,
I would go with the emerald for sure. I agree completely. Okay, we're going to use our little snowballs, and we're just going to place these around, just, you know, wherever you want to put them. And we're just going to dip those right in the glue.
And these are also from Hobby Lobby.
Yes, they are. They're just
they're from the Christmas shop, $4.99, and then the 40% off.
Yep.
And they feel like little snowballs.
They do, don't
wow.
they? They really do.
That's kind of neat.
I don't know what they got in them, but whatever.
They got a lot of glitter, because I've got glitter
oh, I know.
sprinkling all over the place here.
Yeah, they do, but I love those.
It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like realistic snowballs.
It is, yeah. So cute.
Hey Wendy, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so glad to have you here.
Yes, we are. Hope you're doing well. My poinsettia doesn't want to do right, so I'm going to get it in here a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Put one right down here under my little pine cone.
Now I'm not putting a ton of glue on this. Not as much as with the ornaments, just because of the type of...
Yeah, you don't really have to, I don't think. I'll turn it this way and see where else I want to put another one.
So really you can just sprinkle these around wherever you think is a good spot for it.
You definitely can. They seem to hold really well. I was hoping they would, because I had not used them before.
Yeah, it's just the way they feel.
Yeah,
You'll have to go get some just so you can feel them. It's like almost like those little squishy
I would sit and play
balls.
with them, I think, all the
like
time.
a stress reliever.
Yeah, they are.
I just want to play with them. We need to get more of those.
We do. Well, I actually got these to go on my Christmas tree, but then when I decided we were going to do this, I ran and found my bag that had them in them and got it and brought it in here, because I started thinking this would be perfect for that. Let's see. I want to add a couple more little snowflakes, and then I think mine will be done. We've got, which is a good thing since we're about out of glue. I can add some more, but then it takes a minute to melt. So I'm just going to do that. We've got some white ornaments, but I don't really know if we need them. What do you think?
I like a lot of ornaments, so I might add on to mine.
I may add a couple.
Really, it would just be whatever your preference is.
Yeah. That's so cute. So cute. I want another one on this other side.
I feel like I need a lazy Susan or something.
I know, just
somebody
to move
needs
it
to
around.
invent me
Yeah.
a
wreath lazy
display
Susan. Yeah.
displayer so that I can make my wreaths and it just turns around.
Turns with you. That's what you need.
I like the white glitter balls because they're almost like an iridescent.
They are. I love these.
So they add just a little bit of a contrast to the white snowballs.
They really do.
And then I'm going to go ahead and start adding some more of my snowflakes. We are running out of glue.
I know, I told you.
You better put some in there.
Yeah, I will.
Or we're going to be totally out.
Yeah. I don't like adding it again just because it takes a minute.
And those of you who are just hopping on, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're live every Friday on Facebook at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for our Flower Friday show. So if you're a first-time viewer, welcome. We are so happy to have you spending some time with us today.
Yes.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we're the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Homes. So y'all be sure to come check us out next week.
Yes, yes.
We're going to go ahead and finish this up.
Yeah. Cut it up so it may start smoking a little, but I just want to get it melted quickly, and I'm going to turn this around here to see where I need to put my other one. There's where I want to put it.
Tia, we're so glad to have you with us.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's going to be hard with
I know, I'm a little impatient.
Yep, I know you're not waiting, but of course you get it honest because I'm not patient either. I'm going ahead and seeing if I can get some glue.
So I'm just adding some snowflakes throughout here. I kind of like to add them at an angle, sticking out that way, just because we have some flat, we have some kind of at an angle, and it just kind of adds that cool little dimension.
Yeah, it makes them look like how snowflakes do. Because they all are different. I do like those with the little snowballs. They are so cute. I'm going to put one more white one down at the bottom.
I guess I used all mine. I have one more white one, but I must have...
Did you knock it off the table?
I don't know, but that's okay.
I've got some more over here somewhere. Look over,
Yeah, but you know what? It's at the bottom of the bucket.
Oh, is it? You don't want to go through and find it?
If I can easily.
Right up under.
I don't know if I can.
I don't know if you can reach it either. Let's just see.
Well, without making a big mess. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to put one more of my snowflakes. And my stick is melting. So this snowflake is going to get some green on it.
That means it's...
Yeah, because I got it so hot
really
trying
hot.
to get it. Yeah, but that's all right. You're not going to see it. So I'm not that worried about it, but I will cut it back down. Alright. Now then, fluff my bow if you don't mind, because I can't reach it. There you go. And like I said, it was already cute as it could be even before we did anything extra to it. But you can just make it even better by adding some of these little elements.
And you can really add as much or as little as you want. I mean, I kind of like a lot, so I keep adding.
I know.
But, you know, if you're more of a less is more type of person, you know.
You can stop. That's right.
Stop.
And you could, I did have some more pine over here that I was going to use if I needed it. It's always good to have some in case that, you know, you glue something in and then you realize you've got a hole somewhere. You can just stick another piece of, you know, flocked pine. I had this from Hobby Lobby, but I really don't think I'm going to put it anywhere.
And then if you wanted to get like really fancy,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could add more ribbon. You could add another bow here at the top if you wanted to.
Yes, I actually
You could add some ribbon around.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much you could do with it.
I thought about just putting a couple of little tucks in, but I think right now I'm just going to stop where I'm at. But there's just so much you can do to make him extra special.
I might add just a little bit.
Yep, you can. He's just so cute.
I don't know. I'll see what it looks like.
Yeah. Just see what it looks like. And see, she's just, all she did, she's just hand tying a little bow. Just a couple of little loops.
And then I'll just kind of see if I want it even in there.
Mm-hmm. And we've actually got a video that shows you how to do this. So you can find that on our website at www.gracemonroehome.com. And we've got a lot of free videos and things like that that teach you things. We've even got recipes on there. So you'll have to stop in and check some of those out.
And really, when you're putting, usually I tell you what, when I put little loops and stuff in here and these little hand-tied bows like this and Christmas wreaths, I usually don't even use a pipe cleaner or even wire. I usually, if I have enough pine, I'll just wire it in right with the pine.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, it's just kind of an extra.
Yeah, it's just a little,
But, you know, there,
especially if you're doing it for your Christmas tree or anything like that, just make a loop, use a piece of your Christmas tree and stick it in there.
I mean, it's very simple.
Yes, it is.
But you can just add a couple little loops.
People think that a lot of these things are hard because they look complicated, but they're not. They're rather easy. That is cute with another bow.
And then you just kind of adjust it how you want it in there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's cute.
Let's see.
Because I like ribbon. So.
Yep, I do too. But there you go.
But this is just really, it's an easy wreath to make.
Yes, it's not very difficult
very
at
simple.
all, as you saw. You know, your main things, your poinsettias, and you could use something else. You could use, you know, peonies or anything, but you just want something a little larger if you're going to do something like this. And since that's the only flower or thing that we used, you do want to make sure they're big and prominent, but not very hard at all. And you can just, especially when you get a wreath that already has so much on it already. And even those that we were talking about from Walmart, when they get those in, and I am hoping they get them in this year.
I think they will soon, because I've seen some of you have messaged us and you said that your Walmarts already have them.
Oh, see, that's great. So
ours doesn't yet, but
no.
I'm thinking it's coming.
And those have a lot. They don't have the pine cones, if I'm remembering correctly. They don't have the pine cones, but they have the different kinds of pine, and that's really all you need. Because it's that kind of thing that gives it the interest. You know, when you're looking at it, you see all the different little elements and things. So, but there you go. Isn't he adorable? And I love just the black and white. It's different, but
now,
it's
if you
the perfect
wanted to,
winter wreath.
You could add red in there.
Yeah, sure you could.
If you wanted to, or you know, you could just go all out and add hot pink if you wanted to.
You could do any colors you wanted to.
Have fun.
You know, you really could. You could change the band around his little hat.
I mean, that's what we told you. We already changed it.
I changed the little patch because he had a little I don't know if I still have it.
I
Do
think
you
we
still
threw it
have?
away.
I think I may have thrown it away. I don't see.
But
I
we
don't
just
see it, but
cut a little patch to match our ribbon. So if you
Mhm.
were like adding another color, like hot pink or red or whatever, you could put a little patch of
But
that
just a
ribbon.
little, yes,
right
sure.
there.
Don't and that is something that people a lot of times don't think about when they get an item. They think that they have to use it just like it is. We change things up all the time. If we have a birdhouse that we like all the colors except for one, I'll just paint over that one color. Or there's all kinds of things you can do. You don't have to use it just like it is. Although he was really cute just like he was.
All right, guys. Well, we thank you so much for joining
Yes,
us.
we
I hope that
do.
you have enjoyed this.
I do too. It's fun.
Yeah,
fun.
this is
and again,
fun.
this is one that you can use all winter. So I love that about it.
Yeah, and I hope that you'll definitely give something like this a try because
Yes.
it's fun. It's great. You can use it all winter long.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, be sure to join us every Friday at 4 o'clock
Yep.
p.m. Central Standard Time for Flower Friday Live.
That's right. And like I said, go to our website at www.gracemonroehome.com because you can look on our blog and see all kinds of free things. Or you can find us on YouTube at Grace Monroe Home. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so that you get notified when we release new videos because we do release them every week.
That's right, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And
Yes.
I hope that you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.